Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, we got some pretty calm seas actually, considering we're running from a hurricane in Bermuda. But we have some news. Let's talk about, how about 8 brand new cruise ships that are coming to Miami Cruise Port in the next couple of months, as well as a lawsuit for a danger on cruise ships. And this is a well-known danger, at least to most people. So we'll talk about that, where a man lost a finger on the cruise ship. Also, we'll talk about Royal Caribbean's third quarter report. Was it as good as Carnival's? And how about a brand new ship? Well, at least the newest ship in the fleet of Princess heading over to a brand new home port. So I do have this story of a gentleman who lost a finger and is now suing Carnival Cruise Line. But I'll save that story till the end. Let's talk about the beginning. We have a brand new cruise ship here. The Discovery Princess right now is the newest ship in the Princess fleet until the Sun Princess arrives in February. Well, they just announced the Discovery Princess will now home port in Sydney, Australia for the 2025 season. So it'll be moving over. As I say, the more the new ships come in, you'll get better and better ships at new home ports everywhere else because they have to find room. And so Sydney, Australia, you're getting one of the newest ships in the fleet, and the Discovery Princess is a beautiful ship. I'm sure you'll enjoy it. Speaking of brand new ships coming to cruise ports, we have not 1 or 2, but we have 8 brand new cruise ships coming to Miami, Florida. That's right. And those consist of Carnival Cruise Line's Costa Venezia, which is one of the fun Italian style ships, they call it. The Scenic Eclipse 2 will be making its inaugural sailing in the next few weeks. We also have Crystal Cruises Serenity. We have the Explorer 1. Region 7 Seas Grandeur will also be making Miami its home port for the season. Then we have some bigger ships coming, of course. We have Norwegian Cruise Line's brand new Viva will be home porting in the next couple of weeks in Florida. And then the Royal Caribbean's Icon of the Seas will be coming over shortly this winter and will be setting sail in January of next year out of Miami. That brings 8 ships, brand new home porting, not necessarily a brand new ship ever built, but many of them are. Like the Icon of the Seas, brand new. The redesigned Italian fun ship. There are a lot. Explorer 1, there are a lot of brand new ships coming to Miami. And I'm curious to find out, once they all start sailing, if that now allows Miami to retake the Cruise Capital of the World title. Remember, Orlando this year took over as more and more ships started sailing out of Orlando. Well, it looks like Miami is trying to get back that crown in no uncertain terms. Next, we have Royal Caribbean had its third quarter report, and much like Carnival, who had their announcement, they have made over $1 billion in profit in the third quarter. That's right, $1 billion. That's one with a B. And it certainly does seem like the cruise recovery is well underway as cruise lines are starting to break record amounts of business, shall we say. Every ship I've been on have been very full lately. Every single ship. And it does not look like it's going to slow down anytime soon. I've been looking at some cruises going into summer and fall of next year, and there's already many cabins are already gone. So it looks like cruising's back, baby. Cruising is back. Next, let's talk about that story of the gentleman who lost a finger on a Carnival cruise ship. But before I get there, I haven't done this in a while. let me invite you to hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. If you want to keep up to date with everything going on in cruising, from the cruise news stories to the lawsuits that are going on, to the brand new ships, to the redeployment, to cruise vlogs on things like food and destinations. We cover it all here on the channel. Try and make it as lighthearted as possible, and I try and keep you informed of everything going on so your next cruise makes it just a little bit easier and maybe even save you some money in the meantime. Doesn't cost a thing to subscribe, but boy, it really, really does help the channel out, and I really would appreciate it. Okay, a gentleman has filed a lawsuit this month in the courts of America because he is suing because he had an accident on the Carnival Horizon last year where his finger got caught in the door and it slammed and it amputated one of the fingers. Now, it doesn't say which finger. It doesn't say if both doors were open in the cabin or what the situation was. It rough seas? What was the situation for such a thing happening? And a lot of this can, it depends a lot on your type of door, for one thing. Well, the front door, many people, if you've been on a cruise ship, you will hear if people just let the door go, that door just slams closed like that, right? Because it's the air pressure inside the cruise ships with all the door closed and the systems running and the air conditioning. It's like a submarine. It's just like a suction thing inside. And balconies are no different. And many cruise lines will have a warning on the doors saying, please do not keep your balcony doors open while the ship is in motion. Do not prop it open. Also, they say never open both doors at the same time because it can cause a suction and cause the doors to close suddenly and harshly. I'm looking at one right now, and it has a warning rate on it. It also has a door lock on the top on the balcony to keep it from opening and closing and slamming and things like that. We all know, if you're a seasoned cruiser, that this can happen. It's one of those hazards that are on a cruise ship. I was looking out my balcony at my camera that was recording outside as we were sailing, and somebody was in the room with me, and they opened the door for the room steward, unbeknownst to them, because it was like one of their first cruises they've ever taken. Well, the door didn't slam on me because I was standing there, but the wind inside our cabin, all of a sudden, all my papers and everything just went all over the place. It's like across the room, and you could feel the air being sucked out towards the hallway when that door opened. So yeah, I can only imagine had we had the door open. The best doors are the balcony doors that slide, like your patio doors. They're not going to normally slam, right? That will only be the front door. However, some ships have the opening doors, and they can slam shut. Now, it doesn't say during this lawsuit whether the person had both doors open. It doesn't say if the finger was reattached and what the amount of movement could be left in the finger. The gentleman is suing for in excess of $75,000 US and has requested that he have a trial by jury. Now, this happens all the time on ships, but injuries itself is very, very rare that this happens. Now, I also found out a pretty interesting statistic. You ever wonder how often a cruise ship or a cruise line is sued? Well, Carnival Cruise Line has had 23 lawsuits filed in the month of October alone. Just to give you an idea how many people try and sue for everything. So all the time when you hear that one lawsuit that went through and that they lost, well, that usually means there's probably 80 or 90 that didn't win that you never hear about again. But yeah, we'll find out what happens when this finally does get to court. And a lot of people are saying, well, why did it take so long? If it happened early last year, why did it take so long to file? It could be recovery period. It can be filing times. It can be, evidentiary hearings. It could be a lot of reasons, why in actual cases, he has to, the person whose complaint has to prove that there's an actual case here, etc. And they may have been waiting to find out exactly how much damage this person had to, his finger and the movement. So we'll find out. And again, I hope you appreciate this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. Want to see more tips, more tricks, more travel vlogs from around the world? Hit that subscribe button. Until next time, have yourself a safe and a great vacation.